Dear friends and masters, happy morning. That's great. If you lost keys in an ocean, can you find them?
No. Yes.
Can you find them?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
How is that? If you look for it, you can find them. But a normal state of affairs is that if you lost keys, then we say, ocean and keys, how is it possible? Then we go to the next step and say it is impossible. Because it's nearly not possible for us to think that it is possible to find keys in an ocean. But in Mind to Matter, a book by Dawson Church, is talking about doing exactly that to find his keys that he lost in the ocean. And being able to find it because he understood the power of manifestation, that he understood that if he can believe that anything can happen, but when you keep looking for things, then anything can happen and then it can come in your way. And so then he believed in it, he believed in the science that the universe has infinite possibilities and any possibility can show up anytime if you are paying your attention on it. And so he believed in it. And so the story goes that he was in Hawaii on a vacation, not on a vacation, while writing his next book. By the way, how many people have read Dawson Church's book called The Mind to Matter? Anybody read here, the Mind to Matter book? This will be the first book to take notes for in our conversations today. The Mind to Matter, where he was talking about some amazing things, and it gives us inspiration, along with many other literature and many other masters' wisdom, most importantly, Patrici's wisdom, that our thoughts create reality, and it is the basis for creating great life for ourselves. Our thoughts come from our mind, yes or no? And so then, if thoughts create reality, which we'll look to understand as much today, and then most importantly, to apply some techniques that help us to navigate our mind appropriately to create a great thought, and so that great reality can take place in our life. And so here, Dawson Church, while he was in Hawaii, wanting to write his next book, and so then he was there, and then he went for snorkeling, and so at the end of a few hours of snorkeling, then he comes out of the sea, and then he was walking to his car, and suddenly finds no keys in his pocket. And then he couldn't find his keys for his hotel room as well as for his car. And so they were not there, and then very quickly he realized, okay, of course he dropped them somewhere. And so then he started walking on the beach, which is about 300-meter length area that he was snorkeling around, and then he was coming in and going. And so then he looked around on the beach, it's not there, 300 meters area. Then the next thing that comes to your mind is, okay, so then it is somewhere in the water then. The keys have to be in the water somewhere with a length of 300-meter area. And so then the first thing that comes to your mind is that, okay, now they're gone. And because there are so many reefs, corals are there, and then the keys drop down, and then it is practically not possible where they have gotten hidden. But however, something told him that consciousness works differently, that there are possibilities of me finding it. And then he answered to himself, is it possible that I find the keys? And if the answer is yes, that it is possible that I can find the keys, then he knew that, okay, all he needs to do is to have that intention to work for it. And so he said, yes, I am finding my keys. And then he dives into the ocean to see if something is possible, if he can find them. He doesn't find. He comes back a little disappointed. Maybe it's in vain. But then he again gets inspiration saying that I should try it again. And so he dives down again comes back, and then goes again, comes back. He's doing a few times, it's getting dark. And said, okay, maybe then I'm probably not getting it. But just at that time, suddenly something calls to him. And then where he just, sometimes you go to a hotel and then you are drinking coffee and just turn your head and then somebody else is looking at you. Happened? There is invariably a connection with another person when you are looking around and then the other person also looking at you just about that time without even you realize it. There is potentially a connection because everything is a series of connected events. Now like that, he just turned because something told him to turn. And then that far away, there are a couple of young kids with their dad who are also coming out of the sea from their snorkeling. And then that kid is also looking at him at that point. So then something called him. So he walked towards that kid and said, hey, did you find the keys? And before Dawson could complete his sentence, the kid takes the keys out and then gives to Dawson. Now this event, what are the possibilities of the keys being found by this kid? And then Dawson is in this 300-meter area, he is snorkeling. And then somewhere, sometime, the kid's keys got dropped. And then same time, the kid is also somewhere around there. And then before they could get hidden under a reef or whatever, that he was able to catch them and he was able to take them and then keep it. And then Dawson, as he was just about going away, something told him to turn around, and then he walks to them. And then there are a lot of coincidences you see here, what we consider as coincidences. But what are the chances of such thing happening from the sea, that you are able to find still your lost keys? Now, a manifestation are which we call this a miracle. This is a miracle, right? A miracle is experiencing things that are uncommon. Receiving things that are uncommon, or experiencing uncommon things, then we call miracle. If I have an arthritis condition, and then many people, including experts, have told me it's not possible to heal, and then if you heal against it, then you say it's a miracle. I don't know what happened, but this is just a miracle for me. Yes or no? So here the miracle has happened for him, and the different, they are happening every day in our lives. And they consistently can happen if you can understand the science of possibilities, that there is something called this universe, or in scientific terms is called quantum energy field. Quantum energy field that exists, all pervading field that exists everywhere, and that constitutes everything out there, which is full of possibilities. Possibility is an event that can potentially come into a physicality. And so the full of possibilities are there, and then that can come into our reality simply based on one's observation. Observation is our attention onto something. And so the quantum physics, in quantum physics term, is called observation, attention onto what you're looking for. In this case, Dawson Church was looking for his keys to be found because he wanted them. And then he was not doubtful about it. Every now and then a little bit, but otherwise he was with his understanding that it is possible, that even though it can appear like an impossibility, but it is possible, and so he's focusing on it, and then he found it. So dear friends, today's program is around understanding how can I be open to such possibilities, and then if I want to be open, and then what is the way I increase my attention, how can I be open, and then how can I increase my attention towards what I want? How can I increase my attention towards what I want, and how can I be open to the possibilities? These are the two fundamental questions. We are not open many times because we have many limitations or beliefs that have been our conditioned behaviors. The conditioned behavior is telling that, okay, since I have met 5 other people who have this knee challenge, and then 5 other doctors or medical experts who told me this is not possible to be healed, so then we have a conditioned behavior that it is not possible. And so we are not open to even receive a condition of we actually healing it. So by default we are not open. So there are several conditioned behaviors which cause us not to be open to things. Right? And then of course our mind is distracted in many ways, and so then we are not able to focus on things that we want. One is a past behavior which is driving and saying it's not possible. Another is general distraction, I want this, I want that, and here, there, and so we're distracted from what we want to focus on. And so these two things need to be appropriately navigated. We need to train our mind enough to not distract ourselves, and train our mind enough that we identify what is that conditioned behavior, that we can identify it and remove it. And so we will understand some of this process today towards creating a great future. So I came into meditation. Now meditation is a great way to train our mind. Meditation is a great way to train our mind, and the science of manifestation is a great way to open up our understanding that everything is possible, that an arthritic condition can be healed, a backache that is lingering for years and years can be healed. that my business is not growing but then for years, but then suddenly some things can open up if I'm open to erase my past and then start afresh, then my business can grow suddenly. Or that promotions can show up, or if I am not able to do the service that I always wanted to do, thinking that people are holding me back, or thinking that something is holding me back, that can open up suddenly, and then you can go about doing your non-profit work, whatever that may be. That everything is possible, and meditation makes it very possible. How many people here are practicing meditation? Okay. So how many are not practicing then? Can I just have the hands raised? Okay. And so those of you, that's great. So many of us are new here. My younger brother, medical doctor, in the year 1999 told me meditation gives you success. And what he was thinking was that this meditation can bring about anything into our life. Until then, my understanding of meditation is that it is only for people who have serious problems, or only for people who are retiring and so they have free time on hand so they can go and do it. Right? How many had that understanding that only when you have free time, okay, you can go and do time pass. Right? Others don't have that idea. Meditation is something far greater. Or meditation is only for time pass. We have more time and I can do it. That's the common myth. I did not know, and so I was also very, very against it when I got to hear about meditation, because I was at that point, I was in 30 years. In fact, I got to know about 28. For 2 years he was pursuing me to practice meditation. So I kept pursuing him not to practice meditation, because my younger brother. But then somewhere I met this Grandmaster Patriji. Patriji, and how many of you have heard or met Patriji here? It's an amazing master of meditation from India, from Andhra Pradesh. And then otherwise, he was like any of us, having a job at Coromandel Fertilizers, and then very scientific in his approach, and was talking about this wisdom. When I met him, and he said, he reinforced the process that my brother was talking about, that you get success. Meditation gives you success. Meditation gives you success. And so then, until then I ignored, and I wanted to understand more, so I started exploring. Because he also told something more. Not only success, but he told me, you don't even know how to lead life. That is a different story. How to live life. I was in the United States for 10 years, and then I've written some patents, and I thought always very successful in corporate life. And then on a vacation when I went, he said, you may be successful, but you don't know how to lead life, because leading life is to think properly, eat properly, sleep properly, talk properly, and none of it is your right. Later I understood a lot about what it means. Most of the time, when you feel good and not feel good, do you know where is it coming from? When you feel good or not feel good, forget about physical pain, but other than physical pain, when people are all right without physical pain, there is a lot of times still we are unhappy moments, isn't it? We have or not? And where is it coming from? When we are not happy, where is it coming from? You know it, huh?
Within us.
Within us. 90% of what we experience is simply based on any meaning that we assign to an event happening in our life. Right? The meanings are the ones that are causing us to feel good and not good, only by the meaning, and the meaning is simply given by our mind through our past experience. So it was very, very clear to me when I was understanding this concept, I did a Harvard study too, that the meaning that we assign is what makes us good or bad. And so can you look at and change the meaning of an event? Today's, for example, people suppose plan to come for the workshop and then they couldn't make it. And so the meaning they give is, oh, it's because there was somebody and then you are the reason for why I couldn't go, and then I missed such an important thing. And so then because you give that meaning, and so then you start feeling bad one side, and then also you start blaming another person, and so there is a different experience. But on the contrary, if somebody can give a meaning and say, okay, something greater is waiting in store for me. Maybe it's not this one day. Maybe I'm going to go for this 5-day program. It's going to happen in Sedona next month. And so maybe that's why today somebody else has gone in my place. And if there is a meaning can be given like that, then the person has no challenge at all. So a total acceptance. That understanding is possible too, that what is happening in our life is always happening for great at any given moment. How many resonate with that? What is happening for us at this moment can appear really bad or weak and then low, but at some point later, if you analyze it, it was one of the best things that happened for you. How many have had something like that to have understood? These are practical things called when you contemplate in our life, we understand that everybody has those moments. And so we can still give a meaning when situations are not that great. We can still give a better meaning based on our life's events themselves that, okay, I may not be getting what I want right now, but there must be a good reason of why I'm not having it. And so we can give a meaning like that, and then you will still be happy in the moment, as opposed to feeling low and then bad that somebody caused it. So the meaning is what is causing us to feel good or not good. And so meditation was helping me, and then it helped me when I took to meditation practice to pretty quickly change the meaning for 90% of the events in life, because 90% it has come through our own meaning that we are assigning. So what happens if 90% of life events are changed because you're giving a different meaning, and then suddenly many of the suffering or many of the moments of not sadness or unhappiness is disappearing. So are we getting better pretty quickly? That's what happened to me, dear friends. In 2 months of meditation practice, somewhere in 2002, regularly meditating for an hour every day, and then I recognized that people in the organizations, my company particularly, have gotten better. They didn't change, I changed. I started thinking differently about them. I started being more empathetic about maybe they have a challenge and that's why they're today aggressive towards me. As opposed to saying they are at any cost, they ought to take on me and that's why they're behaving like this. There's both ways I can think. Meditation brings us a lot of connection to everybody, and so then it starts making us think more empathetically. Because many times people also have challenges. They have some problem that they don't know. Maybe they have insecurity. Maybe they have fears. Everything is a problem. Insecurity because maybe in the past they lost a job. And so because of the insecurity, they're trying to not cooperate with you now. We try to keep close to your chest information, thinking that if I am more valuable, organization will keep me. They don't recognize that in the long term it doesn't work. So then they don't cooperate, and so we have a challenge with them. But meditation will recognize us to see that yes, maybe they have an insecurity issue, and that's why they're not ready to cooperate with us. And then if we can get comfortable and then accept them the way they are, then potentially things can change. So it was happening for me, and the people showed up differently because I stopped thinking about them the old way, and because I started giving a new meaning. And the meditation dropped a lot of stress for me pretty quickly. How many people consider that they have a lot of stress here? So they're practicing or not raising hands because it's the first thing that happens. First thing that happens in meditation is that 90% of our thoughts are worrisome, negative, and then they are anxious and they are always about past or future. And so then meditation pretty quickly helped me to drop many of it. I was in startups, working in long hours, and the same work continued after 2 months of meditation, and it's just that more joyfully. I wasn't stressing out anymore. Okay, deadline is there 3 weeks later, things are not happening, may not happen the way I wanted it. No problem. I can still have the courage to walk up to my manager and tell you what, it is going to take another 2 weeks. Before that, oh, what are they going to think? And they're going to brand me and then potentially going to impact my performance and this and that I used to think, but now, no longer. It does not let you unwantedly project. Meditation helps you to disengage from the past, so it does not let you project unwanted things. And so that stress levels pretty quickly dropped. And so when stress is dropped, you're in the more present moment, you're experiencing, you're happy doing what you're doing. It happens automatically. And so with those changes, and then that healing that I was talking about, that I used to have a condition I used to have chronic backache, and I used to have a condition to not being able to freely fly and come down. When you fly, ears get blocked. When you come down, ears should get unblocked. In my case, that's not happening. The ears were not getting unblocked, so it was a lot of pain and infection. And all of that healed in 4 months, something that I was struggling for last few years before then, with many, many experts telling that things are not possible. But all of that healed. Suddenly in 4 months, a problem that existed for years, and where there was told that no medication, but it happened, and a change, that the condition changed. So then recognize that this is a great process that I must hold on to. People change, work is better, and then stress is not there, health is getting better, and then life seems to be good. So I feel like doing not many things. And so I said, why would you not do it? So I made a commitment to myself to surrender myself with people who are practicing meditation regularly, so that we can strengthen this practice. If you want to get better in tennis, what do?
Practice.
You hang around with, you practice more, you hang around with people who are playing tennis, so that you definitely learn more techniques. It's simple. So then I want to get better with meditation practice. I hung around with more meditators, Asina people, from whom I can learn. That's the reason we go to business conferences, isn't it? Why do you go to business conferences? To improve our skill, right? To increase our opportunity, to know more and then get better in this business skill. So is the case with meditation, dear friends. So we take care of, I took that decision to be with many senior meditators that time with Patriji, and I committed to go and then be part of his projects. And so then that helped me to stay in the practice. Many a times, some of us who practice meditation, we just keep to ourselves. Okay, my practice is going good. How is it going? Yes, for the last 3 years I'm doing 30 minutes of meditation I do, but it stays there. If we want to be improving dramatically, then of course we take time to go and meet others, and then take time to listen, understand, and learn from them constantly, just the way we do for any other practicals. And so I did that, and so that gave me a lot of understanding. And then slowly I got to know about the principles of manifestation, because I was applying them to succeed in my business. My business had all kinds of challenges. The software company that we established had all kinds of challenges. At some point I said, I really have to get behind this and then get a successful outcome. And so then when I came across Dr. Newton's work and then Dr. Joe Dispenza's work in understanding how can you navigate your business, your software company, towards a great exit and outcome. If thoughts create reality, and everything should be possible. I should be able to heal my cancer. I should be able to, of course, attract great partners, or I should be able to gain great outcomes from a business. That is growth. In our case, it was acquisition. And so, by applying these principles that we learned some of them, that we were able to get acquired by IBM Corporation for something that is very, very attractive for all stakeholders. Whether it's investors, founders, employees, and then the acquirer in them case, because they also want something. And so it was a great outcome for all of us, and I attribute a lot of those principles to this meditation, to this technique that we're going to learn today. We call manifestation science, which is, the foundation is meditation. And so, the Buddha's Quantum Foundation happened along the way after my company acquisition. Then we were there in IBM for a long time, trying to spread meditation significantly, because how it can enable growth in organizations, how it can bring excellence to every individual in their life. Think of it. If your health is improving, if your ability to connect with people are improving, and then if you are able to create great outcomes in your businesses, and then meditation also gave me a lot of clarity, and so many things that is called excellence in life. In any area you're doing better than what before. So meditation gives excellence. And so then we did a lot of that work in IBM. At some point the calling was there to come down to doing this full time, and so Buddha's Quantum Foundation with Patriji's great support, we were able to start in 2020, and then doing what we are doing worldwide now with many, many volunteers here, and then Meena ji, and then Ranjana ji, and Dinesh ji, many, many volunteers in great way that we are taking this work worldwide through on and offline sessions. So thank you for choosing to be here today, dear friends. And we will, of course, not only learn the science behind it, but we'll also practice good amount of meditation, so that we can, those of you who are new, will understand and then dive into it, and those of you who have been there practicing, hopefully will take something out of it, and we have a clear idea of how can I realize that dream, that goal that I've been having, and then I wanted to have that extra push and energy towards it, right? So Pyramid Valley International is the meditation center that I've been deeply associated. When I decided that I want to spend time with say, like-minded people, I associated myself on this project, which is a project that Patriji conceived and dreamt of, that a mega meditation pyramid for meditation purposes built in Bangalore. So this happened there since 2003. About 4,000 to 5,000 people can sit and meditate in this pyramid at a time. And this is built along the lines of Giza pyramid. So pyramids are a great source of energy. So meditation in a pyramid is an order of magnitude powerful because it holds energy. And so then you go into the pyramid and meditate. And so we Patriji encourage building pyramids and meditation halls everywhere. Main reason being the energy, and then of course many other reasons. All faiths can go inside. It's not a temple, so we have Christians, Muslims, Hindus, of course, Jains, and everybody go in there and meditate together alike, because meditation is a no form, no religious thing. And then these pyramid structures are also greatly enabling everyone to come together without any bias and without any hesitation. Right? So this is a wonderful project. How many people have visited here to Pyramid Valley? Yes, this is a wonder of the world. Times of India consider this #1 wonder in the Bangalore and a poll by them, all Bangalore residents. Please go visit when you're going to India, because it has got some amazing energy, and then some many artistic stuff out there that are there everywhere in it. Right? So dear friends, we have a few sessions, but we'll look at it. So how many of you know placebo effect? Placebo effect is a concept. Okay. Few of us know about this. Placebo effect concept is very important to understand. Before I say this, the underlying thread for today's talk, Mind to Matter, Tools for Manifestation, the underlying thread is that thoughts create our reality. Thoughts create a reality. How many people operate their life with that understanding? Thoughts create a reality. How many people operate that life? If you don't operate, but at least you agree with that statement that my thoughts create a reality. Okay, great. So we're talking about here about 30-40%. Mahatma Gandhi said, man is nothing but a product of his thought. Henry Ford, a very successful businessman, said, if you think you can do it, you are right. If you think you can't do it, you are right too. Dr. Joe Dispenza, who is one of the leading spiritual scientists, who is a gyro practitioner, but a neuroscientist and many things, now very popular. Some of you probably are practicing or heard him. He says your personality, which is nothing but your thoughts and beliefs, are causing your outer reality. Secret book, many of you probably have come across The Secret. This is called the law of attraction, that many spiritual masters and many people are also saying the same thing, that what you think and believe is what you attract. No matter where you go, dear friends, whether it is great philosophers, whether it is the social reformers, or whether it is masters, Einstein said that your imagination is a lot more deeper and powerful. Imagination. So he's talking about imagination. So he always said that imagine, and then in fact he discovered a lot of this work through his mind, extension in his mind, thinking about how things are created. So that what we develop on is what you become. So Einstein talked about importance of imagination as a great tool. So all successful people, and then business leaders, Walt Disney said, if you can dream it, you can see it. What is it? If you can dream it, you can see it. And businesses use the word business that if you can see it, you can hold it. Seeing means in vision. If you have a vision about something, then you can hold it. Alright? This is the principle that many successful people, like no matter which domain, they all have said this, that your thoughts fundamentally create your reality. Success stories. If you go about reviewing all the success stories, this is where it comes. Right? One aspect. I want us to sort of take some data points around it. So people who are living their life and who are successful have said this. Right? So the second element is something called placebo effect. The placebo effect, which is essentially, is a concept used by the medical, in the especially pharmaceutical industry, that in order to bring drugs into the market, so then you have to issue fake pills in the real pill to this group of patients and see that a fake pill also provides similar effect as a real pill. The fake pill that is given by the authority, by a medical expert to the patient in the place of a real pill, telling them that this is like a next best medication that's coming into the market, take it, you're going to get improvements. And so then patients typically exhibit a lot of improvement in their condition, getting healed. So then that is how a medical company can, the drugs companies can typically bring out a new medication after they're doing trials with a real medication and a placebo medication, which is like a fake pill, that may be sugar-coated pill or something, right? Without actual substance. But then patients seem to heal, in this case, in that case. How many of you here, many moms are there, you apply this placebo thing onto your children? Placebo, we all apply it. We give something else and say, this is that, you just take it, and so they take it, right? Many times medication is given, saying that there is sugar water, you take it, and then they're given. Or the vice versa. When medication is not there because they don't have medication, they say, this is that, and then give. So dear friends, the placebo effect, that when you take something without questioning, and if you believe, then it seems to help heal patients, and it is very, very common in the drug industry. In fact, most of the time that's how they in fact get an approval for the drug. Unless they have to demonstrate that a placebo medication and this medication have similar, at least similar effect. If my real medication does not has as much effect as a placebo medication, very less chances that they get approval for the drug. So this placebo effect is working in our daily life all the time. This is a case study about how asthma patients were able to get better easily just based on placebo medication, right? And this case study is talking about where they have taken asthma patients, they gave them inhalers, and then told them, because they're doing research, and I told them that we're putting allergen in the inhaler so that your asthma condition will flare up. Don't worry about it, because you're part of a research subject. We will, in case you're an asthma flares up, we'll give you real medication so that you'll get controlled. And so they gave this asthma medication. They told them that we're giving you asthma allergen which flare up the asthma condition in the inhaler, and then we're giving you that, just inhale. But what they actually put in is what? Just water vapor. They didn't put the allergen at all. They simply put water vapor and then gave them inhaler and said inhale. And since we are putting allergen, your asthma will go up, no problem. Because we're giving you a controlled dose, we know how to bring it. Because they were experimenting, they're telling them we're experimenting on medication. Right? Because we're bringing new asthma medication. So as soon as your asthma goes up, then we will give you the new medication, so it will come down. Some experimenting. And so what happened? The patients were inhaling water vapor, but suddenly their asthma started shooting up significantly. Right? This is called placebo. So what happened here? 30% seriously got their asthma increased just by inhaling water vapor, because the doctors have told them that they're inhaling allergen. So 30% seriously got affected. 50% nearly have shown symptoms that asthma is going just by inhaling water vapor. So where is that coming from? They believe that, okay, I'm actually inhaling allergen, even though it's not there. The body is responding to a thought. That's underlying behavior here, right? And so then the reverse is also true, which is even worse. So when their asthma is in high, and so then now the hospital said, now I'm giving you inhaler with some water vapor in it, and then it's got some lime and stuff and that. It's going to help you to bring it down. So just take this. Now you know you've got your asthma condition high. I'm giving you now water vapor. Just take it, it will work fine. But actually they have allergen in it. They put allergen and then gave them and telling them it's just water vapor with lime, so you're going to get freed up, so inhale. And so when they are inhaling that allergen condition, they're actually lowering their symptoms and then becoming normal. Exactly the opposite. So they were already having asthmatic conditions, and then they're inhaling allergen, which should increase it further, but then actually doing the opposite. So dear friends, our belief, what we believe strongly, because they were not doubting the medical experts giving it, so they never doubt. If you go into hospital, the hospital is telling you this is an injection, this is this, then we don't doubt, do we? We don't doubt. And so then the idea is that if you firmly believe in something without a doubt, and then continue your thought on it, so automatic healing is happening. How many people have this effect on you because you think, oh, this crocin is not working, whatever that is, and crocin, or what do you call here? Tylenol. Oh, I used it enough that it won't work. So when you say it won't work, it won't work. When you say it works because you don't believe in it. So a lot of conditions are there, a lot of research is showing how much of it is placebo healing. Is it 100%? Is it 80%? Is it 60% is placebo healing and the rest is real healing? Some studies show that maybe 100% is placebo healing because you simply believe. We go to the doctor and then believe that may be happening. But whatever that may be, if you believe strongly a patient is getting better, that's how we care. That is sufficient for us to understand your friends. So placebo healing is there in healing, and then this is a story which I'm not going to detail, and then some of our senior meditators here, you can talk to them and they know the story. But what this story is telling me is that for 1 week, a group of senior citizens believed that they are younger by staying in a resort which was decorated to be 20 years back in time in their life. So for 1 week they stayed there, and then they are showing all the 20-year-old memories are being brought back by the resort through its decoration, the furniture and all of it. So just by believing and then living for 1 week in a resort, they brought their youthful memories of 20-year-old and they started behaving like 20-year back in time youth again. So a group of 40 to 60-year people started behaving as if they're 20 to 40-year-old just after a week because the resort was giving them that kind of environment. And so they believed that they're young, and so they started behaving. What does it mean? They're showing up, more straight. They're no longer hunchback. They are walking fast, they're running, they're playing, they're eating more, they're sleeping less, dancing more, everything they're doing in 1 week of conditioned resort because they're believing themselves, right? Very, very astonished. A study by Harvard that showed that nearly 2 in 3 people became younger at the end of 1 week. How many people want to become younger like this? Okay. Some have put it up, yes. Why not? We are here to experience. This concept that, okay, age is catching up is a belief. Age is catching up. Oh, okay, my body. Oh, okay, so what is this? So you look into the mirror and say, okay, because now I'm 60 plus and that's why this double thing is coming. The more we program ourselves, the more it happens. That's called a belief, and the belief is body responds to the belief. Because we are programming, and then others are also programming. Be careful when you're climbing up, and then if somebody sees, the other day is funny. White hair means senior citizen. I was in airport, Bangalore airport, and then suddenly I got this privilege. Some kiddo was there who is like diverting which queue to go, especially security clearance. They saw me and said, "Sir, okay, you can go there." I said, "That's senior citizen." "Yes, sir, so please go." Right? Okay, great. So I got the privilege now to go into a fast food, right? So there are a lot of beliefs. Everything is a belief. Okay? Age is catching up. So be careful. If you see somebody senior like that, you say, be careful, you may fall out. You don't tell that to youngster, but you tell a senior citizen because you think that they're not very proper and they cannot move fast. Right? Everything is a belief. Based on a belief, we act automatically because we take it as truth. Right? So we need to change a lot of those beliefs, dear friends, to come back to living life normally. Okay? So this research here shows that if you believe strongly, and then in a week their environment sort of gave them indication that they can start living young life again. So the story goes that for several months they were young after leaving the resort. Right? So very grateful to that resort, and so probably we all should go to a resort like that. What do you say, Meenaji?
Yes, of course.
Okay. But meditation, of course, provides a resort-like environment. It makes it possible. What the resort made it possible, meditation makes it possible from inside. Automatically, it will always stay young in our mind because it's the mind that causes it. And so meditation gives enough strength to direct the mind towards what we want to be. Where an environment is causing it, meditation makes it possible for you from inside. How nice it is that you're not dependent on anybody else. You're not dependent on anybody else. So this experiment, I want to go through it. It's very important. How many people know about this experiment? Renapo's experiment? You should be knowing. No, yes or no? Yes, okay. How many people know? I'm curious. That shows me how many people attended the programs in the past. Okay. Meera, you don't know?
Don't remember.
Don't remember, okay, good. Alright, so this is an astonishing experiment that is done on chicks. Right, so it will be, every time I listen to this and I read this, I get so much inspiration. That chicks also should give us inspiration. Everything gives inspiration. So please pay close attention. So there is a robotic needle that is used in, see, it doesn't work on this screen. So there is a robotic needle that is used in this experiment. It's like a small robotic needle. The chicks are there. They use this in this experiment. What have they done? So this master, Renapo, has taken, like, this is like, think of it as a table like this. Okay? They put up a canvas on the table. And then they want to plot. They're plotting. So they put this robotic needle at the center. And this is a canvas, like, you can plot stuff. And what is they plotting? They've connected this robotic needle to a random number generator. A random number generator. Little scientific, you follow with me on this. A random number generator is generating numbers between 1 to 100. Right? It's like our, that game we play. What do you call that? Housing?
Bingo.
Huh? Bingo. The bingo is producing numbers from 1 to 100 randomly, yes or no? So if you play that for 1 hour, suppose, are the numbers generally come equal? If I want you to 1 to 100 is the number that board has got, and play for 1 hour, one number, another number, do you get equal numbers? Suppose I say, how many times numbers below 50 came, how many numbers above 50 came? Are they generally equal? No? Or yes? What is your understanding? You're playing bingo, and then for 1 hour you're taking number out one after the other, and then you're looking to see how many numbers came below 50 and how many times above 50 numbers came. You will be surprised. You will find that most of the time that's equal. It's called theory of randomness. Over a period of time, everything gets evened out. That's why the game exists. Otherwise, the game doesn't exist. There's nothing called luck. Luck is what we make out it to be and how we feel positive about it. When opportunity meets preparation, that's called luck. There is an opportunity and then you prepare for it and it is happening. And we call it luck without knowing. In the game of meditation, there is no luck, dear friends. Everything you create. You become the most luckiest person when you understand how to think miraculously. When you don't understand miraculous thinking and then you think there are disasters, you become the most unlucky person. Trust me, you will use this for a year, then you will know where the luck is. Now, so the canvas here, so assuming that bingo, if you play for an hour, numbers below 50 and numbers above 50, they'll be roughly equal. It works on this whole randomness, probabilities randomness, theory of randomness, mathematics model. And so here, what they've done, they've set up a counter of 1 to 100, like bingo, and for 1 hour they've done this experiment. The experiment is that this needle, if number below 50 comes, it should go this side and plot. Number above 50 comes, it should go this right side and plot. Left side below 50, right side above 50. So for 1 hour, they will let this thing go on. So random number generator, every second or so it is giving a number and then immediately it will go that side. Again, another 10 seconds later, one more number, it goes right side, left side, right side, depending on the number. Roughly after 1 hour, how do you see this? Is this equal? Is it equally distributed or not a little bit here there? Can you say this is maybe 60%, this is 40%? 60-40, some people say 55-45, there are two numbers I heard. That means it stayed 60% on the left side, 40% on the right side. Exactly not equal, but somewhere there. It's not like 80-20. Yes or no? Do you agree with me on this? It's roughly there. Okay, 60-40, 55-45. Now, you know what they've done? In the second attempt, and another 1 hour, they're done. Now they took a cage, and in the cage they put 15 young chicks. 15 newborn chicks. Newborn chicks. And after putting 15 newborn chicks, now this is what they've seen, the experiment is producing this result. That it is producing this result. Same experiment. The random number generator like bingo is still giving a number 1 to 100. So it is giving number 1, number 3, number 5, number 49, 48. Below 50 numbers also is giving. Above 50 is also giving. Yet the magnetic needle, the robotic arm which is plotting, stayed where? Right side or left side?
Right side.
And stayed where? Where is the more density here? Towards right here. What changed here? That 15 chicks, just by placing 15 chicks and everything else remained the same, but the needle now suddenly showed up only on the right side. Even though the numbers are coming 1 to 50 also as much in the first experiment as here also. 1 to 50 also coming to go to the left side, 50 to 100 coming to the right side, but however the needle is staying only on the right side. What would have happened? What is that?
More food.
More food here. Where is food? What do you mean food?
No, it's attention, like their attention.
Their attention. She says their attention. Anybody else guess? What would happen here? Why, where the needle should have, it's a mechanical needle here, so it should go on the other side because you programmed it that way, right? You know, number 30 it should be here, 20 here, 10 here, somewhere there. But instead all the numbers also, because random number is generating, but however it should on the right side. The reason, dear friends, is being that for newborn chicks, anything that moves is their mother. Anything that moves, and because they don't have good eyesight at all, so whatever that moves is like their mother. Okay? And so when anything moves is their mother. Now what happens for a newborn? Where do they want to spend time, with the mother or no, with somebody else? Yes? Somewhere it's obvious to us, the newborn always wants to readily recognize the mother, and then they sort of send the energy. They put a group of 10 women, but the newborn will recognize where the mother is, right? To the slightest hint. And so they want to spend the time with their mom, and they recognize that anything that's moving is the mom, because they don't recognize elsewise. Now what is moving there to them?
Needle.
The needle is moving. And so then, now what do they want to do? They want to go close to them. Now can they go out of the cage? They can't, because the cage is more overpowering. So then they are thinking, they are basically saying, that's my mother, I want to be close to them. And because they can't go, however the feelings are there, yes or no? Our feelings are always there. And so the feelings are there, and so automatically, now feelings are energy, dear friends. So that energy of that feeling is bringing the needle close to them, close to them. And so a net result is that you see such a dense amount of activity right close to them, because they're able to pull it towards them. Okay. Newborn chicks are very, very strong, right? Are they? Are newborn chicks very, very strong? Like wrestling? How many people have touched newborn chick? Is anybody who touched a newborn chick, how strong or fragile they are? Madam, how are they? They're so fragile. Even if you touch them, you're so sensitive. You feel like, no, I can't really hold them because I don't know where I'm going to hurt them. They're so fragile, but yet they had the power, dear friends, to pull a magnetic needle towards them. Okay. Is human powerful, or newborn chicks are powerful in the feeling center? Is human powerful?
Yeah, much more powerful.
No.
Yes.
A newborn chick versus you.
They are powerful, but newborn chick is also powerful.
Newborn is also powerful. But what comes to you in your mind? And we are like this, and newborn chick is like that. It doesn't even have brain developed. And so then, what kind of power center that we have in our feelings? We have infinite large capacity, and if chicks can do it, dear friends, we can do it. If we believe like them, do you think the newborn chicks are doubting whether the mother or not? Are they doubting, do you think? Will any animal doubt like that? The moment they attach to a thing, they'll automatically owner, they just be the owner, right? And here, it is simple fact that anything that's moving is all their mother is. They don't have a doubt. Unlike we have, all the time, will it work, not work? Are they going to be trust, can I trust them, not trust them? Will they work with me properly, or will the boss take care of me? Every time there is doubt and doubt and doubt, because that's what we're conditioned to not believe in other people. not believe in anything, because we hold on to the past so much. And so, dear friends, if you carry on, if you can believe without a doubt, and then you have that feeling. Now, what's the feeling for a newborn? A newborn wants to get close to the mother because that's where they find the safety and security, isn't it? Because you're there with the mother for so many months, and so in this case, a few days maybe. But then you want to go back to that safe environment, and so the feelings are intensely strong. And so what we learn from this, dear friends, is that if you are not doubtful about it, and then if you have strong feelings about what you're looking for, and then so then it's got to be yours, you will absolutely bring it into your life, right? It's called thoughts and feelings, and what you believe undoubtedly will have to manifest into your life is called placebo effect, right? And we see it all the time. We see it all the time, right? It is happening all the time. On one side, we've heard, I said a few things, many philosophers, to businessmen, to everybody, if you read autobiographies, you say, you believe in what you're thinking, and so automatically it's going to come true, because they stay on top of their goals. Challenges are always there. A businessman has a challenge always, but then they know that challenges will pass, and so they stay focused on the long-term vision and goal, not get succumbed to the challenge. Unlike many who are just getting stuck with the challenge. Okay, things are not working, finance are not great, and so then I have to figure out now on this finance, then still staying focused on the long term. And so as a result, we give up and then we don't manifest. But if you are staying focused on what you want with a lot of feeling means that you are passionately want to be that. And so then things will come to you. That's the foundation for this understanding of manifestation science. Please talk to the person next to you of what you learned so far, and then exchange your things that you're learning with them. Turn to the person next to you and then exchange your partner, pick your partner, next person.